everyone, Kim here with Sunshine Creations and Crafts, and I've been watching videos of people using what's called embossing paste, and I keep going by Michael's and they never have it. They sell out, or I don't know if they didn't order it or what it is, but so I kind of did some investigating, and there's a few people who have talked about actually making their own what they call embossing paste by using two different types of products that I have. There's probably more, but the two that I have, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this experiment together. By the way, this is a daily motivational project, Make It Yourself Monday, which is embossing paste. All right, so one of the, or several of the videos I watched, they used the spackling, which I absolutely love. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, I'm going to say that's about a tablespoon full of the spackle. And this is some Recollections embossing powder. I'm using a dark color so we can see it. Now, I really don't have a clue how much to put in here. So let's start out with measuring maybe a quarter of the lid. We're going to start with that and give it a little mix. See how that changes. Another thing that I had seen people mix in the spackling was also, like chalk. Not chalk, what am I trying to say? Pastels, thank you, pastels, not chalk. Now, to me, that doesn't look like it has enough color in it, so I'm going to go ahead and add the rest. And the whole idea behind this is when you're using modeling paste, or I like to use a spackle, as I said, is on your cards and your mixed media, you use a stencil with it. And then you heat emboss it. You know, you heat it up. Okay, so there's that. That's interesting. Okay, now let's see what we have here for the modeling paste. I got some blue in there from last time I used it. And in all fairness, we'll use the same amount. Now, completely different consistency. And about 1/8. Use the same thing. See what the difference is with that. Now, I think one of the people that I had spoken to or chatted with on the I Quit crew that I belong to said that you need to let the spackling paste dry before you heat emboss it. So this can be a two-step video. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, now that's interesting. The spackling color is darker than the modeling paste, and I'm thinking I used the same amount. Okay, let's set that aside, split this apart, and I just have the basic piece of white cardstock here. And then on the left side, we're going to do the spackle. It's always good to use some tape, masking tape, to hold your stencils down in a situation like this where you can. Sometimes on mixed media you can't because your paint is wet. But this will serve the purpose. And I'm going to do both of these, and I'm going to let it sit for half an hour, and then I'll come back and see how it turns out. I know there's several online places you can buy embossing paste as well. And with what I've read and what I've discovered, it's about $10 to $12 for 10 ounces of it. Okay, so let's wipe this off with my little wipey so that we don't, I'm saying commingle, but that sounds so official, doesn't it? Commingle the colors. Okay, and then the right side will be the modeling paste. Now I really don't mind buying the embossing paste, but I was kind of getting anxious and wanted to try it, so I thought, gosh, I wonder if there's a recipe per se that you can make it yourself. I'm not a very, well, I'm a patient person, but when it comes to crafting, when I see something that I want to do, the world has to stop for me so I can figure it out. Giggle, giggle. No, seriously, I'm like, I have to go try this. And I do. Okay, so the right side, we're done with that. All right. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit and I will be back. All right, everybody, so this is the second part of the make it yourself embossing paste. The left side is the spackle. Get that out. And the right side is the modeling paste. And what I did was I added Recollections embossing powder to each of them, and then I used my stencil, which I've already got in the bathroom because I had to wash it off. And I waited about half hour, and I'm going to try and dry it and see what's going to go on here. My craft mat's in the way. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's speckly, which if that's what you're looking for, that would work for you. There's a possibility that I did not put enough embossing powder in it, but I don't really have a lot of embossing powder. So that's a couple things we need to keep in mind. Okay, now let's do this one. Well, in my opinion, they pretty much turned out the same. The spackle and the modeling paste, they're not real vibrant as if you were to use the embossing powder with the special embossing ink. But you know, it might work out okay if you want to put it on, you know, maybe your mixed media or your card. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but it was fun doing it. Now I know. So thanks all so much for watching, and welcome to leave your comments and some hints or help with this, okay? Thanks so much. Have a great day.